Britain has a big problem. Only the Americans are getting fatter than we are, faster than we are. You're 18 stone 9.
What?
Just under 19 stone.
Wow.
Though obsessed with our waistlines, for some, huge weight gain is a complete mystery.
I don't think I eat enough to warrant this size.
I've got friends who eat same as me and they're like matchsticks.
I don't think it's fair that I am the weight I am for what I eat.
But how many of us are in denial about what we eat?
Hi, can I place an order, please?
And hide the extent of our scoffing from our families and ourselves. Are we a nation of secret eaters? It's time for a big, fat reality check. Using secret cameras and private investigators,
OK, they're on the move.
we're going undercover across the UK to find out what Brits are really putting away. And we'll be laying traps to prove just how easy it is for all of us to succumb to secret eating.
Hello, fancy a hot dog?
Why not?
Will what we uncover in our surveillance
Oh my God.
hold the answers?
I feel a bit sick.
Because if you want to lose weight, you really need to know the truth about how you're putting it on.
Oh, that's terrible.
Oh, I am so hungry!
It's hideous, absolutely hideous.
I'm on my way to Camberley in Surrey to meet brother and sister Emma Butler and Matthew Good. Emma is 41 and works as a chef in a pub. Matthew's 46 and works in IT. Both of them are getting fatter and don't know why.
I don't think that it's fair that I am the weight I am for what I eat. I try to eat as little as I can in the week because I know that come the weekend I want to sit with my family and eat with them. I just want that family time, so really in the week my aim is to eat as little as possible.
If I could take a magic pill and my weight would go away, then I'd take it tomorrow. I'm reasonably active. I try and go mountain biking as often as I can. I go to the gym several times a week. I'm not unhappy with my fitness, I'm unhappy with my weight.
I've come to try and help this confused brother and sister solve the mystery of their widening waistlines. Matthew's building a house at the moment, so 18 months ago, he and his wife moved in with Emma and her husband and family.
Morning. Through to the kitchen.
So, just explain to me, did you struggle with your weight when you were children? I mean, have you always been sort of like
Yes.
heavier as a family?
Yeah, I was a
or-
fat kid at school. You weren't, were you?
I was on and off. I can look at my school photographs and they'll be sort of normal kid, and then one year it'll be like, oh my word, what happened there?
I've been on every diet I can think of, and I lose weight. Each time I will lose weight on them, sometimes really dramatically, but I always put it on. I'm just in a real muddle. I have been on a diet for 30 years. I just want someone to show me the right way to do it, because I haven't got a clue anymore.
Really slim times have been quite short-lived because they generally have occurred after a diet, and you get down to your weight and you think, oh, I've done it. And then in my case, it just piles on all of a sudden. And you kind of forget that little time when you were slim because you didn't really have a chance to enjoy it.
So, what does Emma eat then?
Nothing.
She eats nothing? So you don't sit down and eat meals?
At the weekend,
Sunday
I
lunch.
do.
Sunday's
Sunday
probably,
roast,
yeah.
I'll have one. And if the whole family are here, I will.
What I'm doing is obviously not working, and I'm just hoping that someone said, try this, and I'll give it a go and it will work and just be a normal relationship with food.
What about you, Matthew? What's your eating like?
Not got a really sweet tooth. I prefer savoury stuff. I love things like fish. I'm not averse to a salad.
Are you active?
Well, I think I'm pretty fit. You know, I ran the Windsor Half Marathon I'm reasonably fit.
In my book, if you can do a half marathon, you're fit.
Yeah.
So you're fit, but you are carrying too much weight.
Yeah. I do keep data on my weight and I do track it. The last couple of years, my weight has been increasing steadily. When I've lost a bit, it's gone back on and some.
I am going to get the scales out, just bear with me. Okay, so Matthew, do you want to go first?
Oh, why not?
On you go. 18.8.
I feel a little bit cheated. So I do go to the gym and I do work hard. I'd like to see more return for the effort I do put in.
Okay.
On you go.
Oh, thanks. And listen, we...
Oh my God, right, let me breathe out.
Okay, breathe out, hang on. Let
Oh, if I lean... Oh my
You
God.
are 16.12.
That's my heaviest.
That's your heaviest
I
ever.
would say... Yeah, even after babies.
Emma's struggle with her weight is a cause for concern for her 3 daughters.
She needs help losing weight because she's been trying really hard. But I think her efforts seem to be wasted and she really needs something that will make her see a bit more hope.
I love being a mum and I love being a wife. And I need to get a grip on this horrid battle with food. And I need to do it for my girls so they don't end up the same way.
If Emma eats so little during the week and Matthew's so sporty, why are they both putting on so much weight? They've agreed to go under surveillance so we can get a true picture of what they really eat.
We will get to the bottom of what's going on with you two. Yes. I need you to eat normally. Is that a deal?
That's a deal.
With our cameras rolling for the next 5 days and 2 top private investigators.
This week's case study?
Cameron Gowlett and Duncan Mee, poised to track them wherever they go, we'll see if Emma and Matthew are secret eaters. Are they hiding the truth about what they eat from each other and themselves?
I've got a confession, girls.
She ate our Halloween sweet.
That wasn't the confession I had. Right, yes.
To get an idea of what they think they eat, we asked Emma and Matthew to complete a food diary for a week. Emma recorded eating around 1,300 calories a day, with plenty of fruit, yoghurt and salad on weekdays, and meat and veg at weekends. Much less than the recommended 2,000 calories a day for an average woman, so she should be losing weight. In Matthew's diary, he listed eating around 3,000 calories, with salads or pasta for lunch and home-cooked meals like stir-fries or curries for supper. It's more than average, but for a man of Matthew's size, this calorie count means he too should be losing weight. Will our surveillance tally with their diaries, or will we discover discrepancies between what they believe they eat and what they actually eat? It's the first night of surveillance, and Emma's in the kitchen, cooking chips and a burger. Could we already have solved the mystery of her weight gain? Nope, that would be way too simple. This supper isn't for her, it's for her husband, Paul.
There you go. Venison burger, do you want to try one?
Emma's eating nothing.
Very professional.
A little later, it's keen cook Matthew's turn in the kitchen. He's making a chilli from scratch under the watchful eye of our cameras and our private eye in training, Emma's daughter, Libby.
Matthew, remember to eat what you normally eat, otherwise the whole person...
Thank you, Libby.
Emma hasn't eaten anything so far this evening, so will she have supper now?
Matthew, can I try a bit of your chilli?
Yeah, of course you can.
Thank you.
Unfortunately not.
That's nice.
She has a teaspoon of chilli.
Nachos, anyone?
And then one of Matthew's nachos. And that's all. Emma's diet is a very unhealthy way of eating. Skipping meals and restricting food intake for long periods of time can trigger the body to go into survival mode, which makes it hang on to calories by slowing down the metabolism. This approach isn't good for you, and it's not working for Emma's weight loss.
Come down with me.
This is rubbish, isn't it?
Meanwhile, Matthew, who has a hearty appetite but claims not to have a sweet tooth, prepares a little treat for himself and for his wife, who's in their bedroom upstairs. The next day, Matthew's wife Sue has an interesting tale to tell PI Cameron about what happened to her plate of pudding.
She bought me my dessert, which I couldn't fit in.
Okay.
I didn't eat it. But then I heard this noise at 3:17 exactly this morning. I turned around and it was tucking into my dessert that I hadn't eaten.
That's really useful information. Thanks for that, Sue.
Matthew doesn't know it yet, but we've rumbled his attack of the midnight munches. He's succumbed to a spot of secret eating, but he's not the only one. To show what questionable food choices we're all capable of, we've placed temptation in some unlikely locations.
Do you want to try a bit of cheese, my love?
Oh, yeah. I like cheese.
Today we've set up hidden cameras on a high street.
Do you guys want to try a bit of cheddar?
Yes, please.
Come on, then.
We're inviting members of the public to sample some vintage cheddar.
Just a little bit too strong for me. Actually, it brings me out in a sweat.
It's free, so why not take a bite? But beware, this is a secret eating trap, as our mischief-making cheese champ in the pinny has a mission.
Yeah, have another little bit.
To try and persuade the people on the street to take as many chunks as possible.
I think my grandma would not like it.
Do you want to take a bit for Grandma?
It won't keep, because Grandma lives in Cornwall.
What do you think? Would you have another bit?
Yeah, would you? It's real cheese, that is.
Yeah.
So what's the highest number of cheesy chunks that any one person will be convinced to eat? 4, 7, or 11? We'll reveal the results later. Coming up.
Surprise!
Mountain biker Matthew exercises.
Bacon sandwich.
Yeah, bacon sandwich.
His jawline.
Oh, God.
And Emma learns she's quite picky.
You picked your way through around 770 calories a day.
Over the course of a lifetime, the average person spends around 30 years on a diet. That's how long Emma Butler from Camberley has been trying to manage her weight. And she's still only 41. Both she and her brother Matthew Good think they're making sensible food choices, but know they must be going wrong somewhere, as they're losing their fight with the flab. To find a healthy solution to their weight gain problems, Emma and Matthew agreed to go under surveillance for 5 days. So we rigged their home with cameras, put private investigators on their tail,
4 bottles of wine,
a bottle of fizz, 5 bottles of beer,
and even had Emma's daughter Libby doing some secret sleuthing for us on the inside.
I'm about to go and record Uncle Matthew's meal. Some curry and some rice. Quite a calorific feast.
Do Matthew and his sister Emma eat more than they realise? They now think their time of being watched is over. As far as they're concerned, they're on their way to meet our dietitian for a chat at this London cafe. This is not strictly the case. Sorry, you two, but this innocent-looking eatery is in fact a set that's been rigged with cameras. Even the customers are actors who are in on the sting. Emma and Matthew still believe that they don't eat too much and think their weight gain's a mystery. But that's about to change. Concealed behind a wall in the cafe is our incident room, containing evidence of what we saw them eating. With nothing looking out of place in the cafe, This unsuspecting pair have no idea we're about to reveal all.
Emma and Matthew have arrived in our specially rigged cafe. There's cameras everywhere.
Lovely, thank you.
Thank you.
And I'm really hoping they're not going to clock us.
Anything else? No, I'm fine, thank you.
Surprise! Hello, you two. Welcome. Come on in. This is your very own Secret Eaters incident room. This is a mere snapshot, Matthew, of what you had.
Yes, it is my breakfast, yeah.
Emma, this is what you managed to scoff over the days that we saw you.
Did I?
Over here is our evidence board as well. Everywhere where we managed to catch you. At home, in the pub. Matthew, we've also got you with your puddings in action.
Look here. It's hideous, absolutely hideous.
First up for scrutiny is yo-yo dieter Emma, who weighs 16 stone 12.
Is it fair to say that you have been quite a successful dieter over the last 30 years?
I can lose it. I can put it on quite successfully as well.
But it's just because you've been eating normally?
I would say normally I do pick, but I like to think I compensate by not eating meals.
Let's have a look.
It's Saturday, and Emma is getting ready for a dinner party.
Oh, God, it's going to be a picking medley.
As she prepares the food, she pops little bits into her mouth.
Oh.
And she keeps on going.
Oh.
This is just in one day.
It's just a taste of this.
You've got clean fingers.
I do wash them. That's where I'm going. Look, see?
And a taste of that.
Oh, dear.
The pick and licks extravaganza doesn't stop there.
Oh, that sauce was disgusting.
If it was that disgusting, why did you keep eating it?
There's more.
Taste it again, just to make sure.
And still more.
What am I eating?
Anything.
Oh, my word.
Emma, I've got to tell you that in the 7.5 hours that we were watching you as you prepared for your dinner party on Saturday, you put a bit of food in your mouth more than 40 times.
That's a lot of tasting, isn't it?
On that day, there were only 3 gaps of more than 30 minutes that you were not eating.
That's pretty bad.
What I'm going to do now is bring in our resident dietitian, Lynn Garton. Hello, Lynn.
Hello.
Tell us, Lynn, just over the weekend that we were watching Emma, what impact did her picking alone have on her calorie intake?
Well, Emma, over that weekend, you picked your way through around 770 calories a day. So over the course of the weekend, that's 1,500 calories.
Oh, my God.
What's going on in your head when you're doing it, or do you not realise you're doing it?
I think sometimes I do it and think I'm not going to eat the end product. So it's like a sneaky way of eating it and in my head not eating it, I guess. I think I fool myself that I'm tasting it. But
well,
obviously I know, but I don't need to taste the same spoonful 3 times. And there's me trying to stick to 1,000 calories a day. So it's never going to work, is it?
Next to face the truth about his eating habits, it's Matthew, who goes to the gym regularly and loves bike riding, but weighs over 18.5 stone.
I feel a little bit cheated. So I do go to the gym and I do work hard.
When I came to see you, you were saying, well, I don't really get why I'm this size, because I am a fit man, I am exercising, so, you know, something's going wrong somewhere. Let's have a look.
So what is going wrong for fitness fanatic Matthew? Perhaps our private investigators can shed some light on why he's not shedding any pounds.
And we're here. Right, we followed Matthew to the gym this morning. Cameron's already inside, so we'll see what he does.
Inside the gym, PI Cameron's working out. Working out whether Matthew does as much exercise as he claims. So far, so mysterious. There's some concerted calorie burning happening here. what does Matthew do as soon as he gets home? He sits down to a bowl of creamy soup with bread.
Lovely soup, Emma.
Thank you.
You've got quite a lot of...
And then
Matthew, try some chocolate cake on.
Oh.
he proves you can't have your cake and eat it too, as he chews his chocolatey way through over 700 extra calories.
Feed up.
The next morning, our private eyes meet up with Matthew's mates to brief them about snooping on their sporty chum.
You're off cycling this morning with Matthew.
Yep.
So if you guys can keep tabs on exactly what he has to eat.
Yeah, we can do that.
Back at the house, gearing up for his Sunday morning bike ride, Matthew is about to have breakfast.
Do you have a good night?
Matthew swore to me that he doesn't have a sweet tooth. But for breakfast today, it's a generous helping of leftover apple crumble. And with it, his fatty favourite, double cream.
Can't eat that.
Hangover breakfast.
So how do the calories stack up in this hangover breakfast? We asked Lynn to dissect a similar crumble.
Obviously here we've got some of the topping. It's made of butter, sugar and flour, so it's not the most nutritious start to the day. OK, in this amount of apple, there's only around 27 calories. If we take a look at the crumble topping, there are 449 calories. And then, of course, double cream was added. And in these 2 tablespoons of double cream, there was around 149 calories.
That's a grand total of 625 calories of crumble and cream. And with that firmly tucked away under his elasticated belt, Matthew sets off with his biking buddies, setting the pace up front in the yellow jersey. After around an hour of pumping the pedals, he pulls up for a pit stop at his favourite cafe. It seems he's experiencing a post-crumble rumble.
Bacon sandwich. Yeah, bacon sandwich.
Oh, God.
And it's a rumble that can't be beaten just by bacon. He tops off his mid-cycle munchathon with a hot chocolate, clocking up another 270 calories.
Let's just find out from Lynn, how does what Matthew is eating compare to what he's burning off?
Well, when you were in the gym, Matthew, calculated roughly you burnt off around 750 calories. You then came home, you had the soup, you had the bread, you had the chocolate cake, and you ate 1,200 calories. And then on the Sunday, when you went for your bike ride, calculated around about 500 calories you burnt off. And in effect, when you came and had the bacon bap and the hot chocolate, you took in 670 calories. So you've undone all that good work in the exercise.
You can't burn off all of the calories you consume in a day, so there is a deficit. It's kind of understanding what that deficit should be and what's that healthy balance, and hopefully that's where you guys can help.
Matthew is a sporty scoffer, exercising hard to burn off calories, but cancelling out any benefit by overeating immediately afterwards. If you do this too, eat a light meal before exercising, so you're less tempted to gorge. And remember, it's easy to confuse feeling thirsty for feeling hungry, so drink plenty of water during and after exercise to stop you reaching for a treat when you step off the treadmill. If you'd like to collect tips on how to change your eating habits, visit our scrapbook page at channel4.com/secret eaters. We all eat too much every now and then, but why do we do it? Today we're at a bowling alley to stage an experiment to find out whether we eat more food when there's a greater variety of it on offer.
Probably every child's idea of paradise, this.
Our experiment, based on jelly beans in a range of different colours, is being supervised by chartered psychologist Dr. David Lewis.
A lot of research shows that the more variety there is in our food, the more we're likely to eat. Your eyes are telling you, well, this is a different shape, this has got a different colour, and therefore let's sample it, let's experiment with it, let's take it in.
To put that research to the test, we've invited 2 groups of people to go bowling. They think we're filming them for a study into team dynamics, but we're actually only interested in how many sweets they nibble during the game.
Lanes 20 and 21, they're all set up and ready to go.
Each team is given 5 bowls of jelly beans to dip into as they play. The first group's bowls contain only red beans.
We've got some refreshments ready for you. Take as many sweets as you like. As you can see, we've got quite a lot.
The people in the second group have a choice of 5 different colours.
Help yourselves to as many sweets as you want. Thank you very much.
The scientists are expecting this group, faced with a variety of colours, to munch their way through more jelly beans. But will they? And if they do, why?
One theory goes back to our primitive hunter-gatherer ancestors, and the more variety you had in your diet, the more likely it was you were going to get all vitamins and other things you needed. And variety was one way of ensuring your survival. Now we've carried this kind of caveman instinct into our modern world.
So you're saying that as human beings, we are pre-programmed almost to take more, eat more if there's variety, and you think that's going to happen today?
I think so.
Oh, let's wait and see.
Once our experiment is over, the leftover jelly beans will be weighed, and we'll find out which group of bowlers scoff more sweets.
It's 4848.
We'll be back later with the results. When it comes to weight gain, if you don't know how you're putting it on, you won't know how to lose it. Which is why we've been in Camberley with brother and sister, Matthew and Emma, to spy on everything they're eating and help them crack the conundrum of their curves.
Well, don't eat that, that's a fatty bit. It is. Oh.
With surveillance over, it's time for Emma to have a second helping of home truths about her eating habits. She's fallen into a feast or famine pattern with her food, binging at weekends, but rarely eating a proper meal during the week.
Most of the time we don't really eat all together.
If she can just eat with us rather than apart, then that would make us happy.
On weekdays, she usually consumes just a few hundred calories a day, getting by on fruit smoothies, some taste in the kitchen at work, and the odd bite of her daughter's food.
So it's kind of starvation during the week.
Yeah, for as long as I possibly can.
But then when you go for it...
Oh, gosh, yeah. Yeah.
Let's have a look.
It's Saturday night, and guests are arriving for the dinner party for which Emma's been preparing all day. As it's the weekend, she's allowing herself to eat. And today she's already had breakfast, lunch, and, as she's just discovered, 770 calories worth of little pics of this and that. But the blowout's just beginning. On the menu tonight, a starter of roast duck and prawn crackers, followed by lamb and vegetables, all washed down with white wine, and some red wine, and some more white wine. For pudding, it's a cheesecake, ice cream and crumble trio, totting up more than 800 calories on just one plate.
No, see, I think now I've just had too much to drink. I've given in to food.
Emma winds up her epic night of eating with some wafer-thin mince and more wine.
Lynn, how many calories did Emma consume at that dinner alone?
2,800 calories.
I think it's because once I've started eating and given in, I feel like I've failed.
And over the course of the Saturday itself, how many calories did she have?
4,000 calories. You ate for 2 women on that day.
On that day. So I'm calculating in my head how many days do I not have to eat to make that one meal, which isn't the way to do it.
One of the things that the girls picked up on really was that they really wanted to sit down with you and to enjoy meals together as a family.
And we always used to.
So what changed?
I just think it is this kind of twisted view of food that I've got now.
You need to change that.
I do need to change it. I do need to change it. I do want to lose weight for my girls on a number of levels. I want them to see me eat and drink healthily and not binge on both counts. And also, when I'm lighter, I am a lot more active and a lot more fun. Yeah, it's going to change a lot of things for them.
If, like Emma, you are a boycotting binger, saying no to meals during the week and indulging in big blowouts at the weekend, and you want to change this unhealthy habit, stop the cycle of starvation and reward, which encourages your body to cling on to calories. Instead, keep your metabolism ticking over with 3 balanced meals a day. And stick to a set number of calories 7 days a week. Earlier on, we set up an experiment to find out whether having a greater variety of food on offer encourages us to eat more. We offered 2 different groups of players at a bowling alley the opportunity to snack on scores of jelly beans. One group had just 1 colour of sweets available. The other group had 5 different colours to choose from. So which group ate more? It's time for Science Supremo Dr. David Lewis to tot up each team's leftovers.
You got a spare bowl?
And stack up the stats on the Jelly Bean Jamboree.
0.5766.
Good.
OK.
Thank you very much.
Now we need to reveal all to our unsuspecting guinea pigs, who thought we were watching them to see how they interacted whilst bowling.
Hi, guys.
Hello. Thank you very much indeed for coming down here today. Was it good? Was it some good bowling?
Yes, amazing.
Which is amazing, because that wasn't why you were invited down here today. You have been part of a covert experiment for secret eaters. We were testing the psychological theory that if you are presented with variety in terms of food, you will naturally want to eat more. Dr. David Lewis here was monitoring your every move, and he has the results. David, what happened?
Well, thank you very much. You actually fulfilled the expectations from the scientific literature, because those who were given a variety actually ate 800% more.
Which looks like this. No. OK, 800% more, which is extraordinary.
Another group who had the different colours, those guys went to town.
I kind of went for it with all the sweets. I just sort of took a big shovel of all the colours. I got quite excited that there were so many of them.
The scientists were spot on. A choice of different colours, shapes and flavours in food means you'll choose to chomp on more. So if you're trying to eat less and lose weight, back away from the buffet and veto too much variety. Unless you're eating fruit and veg.
And straight into the gutter.
To get more healthy eating advice, visit our scrapbook page at channel4.com/secret eaters. Back at the cafe, it's time for Matthew to find out more about what might be making him fat.
We've talked about eating. Let's talk a little bit about drinking, because Matthew, you do enjoy a drink.
I do.
Should we have a look?
It's clear from our surveillance that Matthew likes to take at least some of his calories in liquid form. And our in-house informants, Emma's daughters, are quick to confirm his fondness for a tipple.
He does enjoy a glass or 2 of wine a night, or a beer or 2 or 3. The thing is, when he has a beer, it's just a beer. There's apparently no calories in a beer, according to him. It's just a beer.
Disapproving face.
On the night of the dinner party, he doesn't hold back. Drinking glass after glass of wine.
You did drink a lot.
I did drink a lot that night, yeah.
And then popping open the port. and polishing off a quarter of the bottle.
That was nice.
Just the right amount to put him in the mood for some late-night dancing with his sister. Giving him one last opportunity before bedtime to throw caution to the wind. Lynn, how many calories is Matthew taking in terms of liquid calories?
Matthew, you're getting through around 500 calories a day just from the alcohol. And over the course of a month, that is the same number of calories as 360 chicken nuggets over the course of a month.
If I stop drinking, I lose weight.
How much weight would he lose if he just made that adaptation?
Based on that 500 calories a day, you could lose £1 a week.
£1 a week?
So that's a stone in 3 months. I like a drink. Everyone likes a drink. I think it is just, you know, time to make that change. And this might just be that time to change your behaviour. And if it's not now, when's it going to be?
Now all the evidence has been presented to Emma and Matthew, it's time for them to discover the difference between what they think they eat and what they actually eat. Lynn, can you give us the final results, please, on the food diary?
Matthew, before filming, your food diary said you were getting through around 3,000 calories a day. But actually, you're getting through 3,500 calories a day. Before you were being filmed, Emma, your food diary said that you were getting through around 1,300 calories a day, which is not enough for you. But when we were filming you, you were actually getting through 2,300 calories a day.
I would agree with that because it would just depend what days you got me, as whether it was an eating day or a non-eating day.
So the key question I have to ask you too, are you, Emma, a secret eater?
I absolutely am, then.
Matthew, are you a secret eater?
Guilty as charged. The determination, I think, is there to change, and I think with both of us we can support each other in making that change and making that a permanent one.
I don't want to look like this anymore, and I don't want to have the relationship I have with food anymore. I just think it's going to change me immensely. It's going to work, I know it will.
Now the secret's out about their secret eating habits, Emma and Matthew have agreed to follow a healthy eating plan. Emma will aim to eat around 1,500 calories a day. She'll stop picking and will eat 3 healthy, balanced meals every day of the week. Matthew will aim to eat around 2,200 calories a day. He'll cut down on booze and stop overeating after exercise. These simple changes should turn the tide and kickstart the weight loss for both of them. We'll be catching up with them later to find out how they got on.
I'll try a bit of cheese. Bit of cheese?
Each of us should aim to have around 3 portions of dairy a day, with 1 portion of cheese being the size of a small matchbox. Yet this particular dairy delight is so calci-yummy, we find it hard to resist, especially when it's free.
Vintage cheese is always worth tasting. That's lovely, that's got that little bit of sharpness that I like.
Yeah.
Today we're making mischief on a high street, where we're tempting the public to say yes please to cheese. Our secret cameras are set, and our cheddar man is chomping at the bit, primed to prompt passers-by to eat as much as possible.
Don't be so. Try a bit more, please. By all means, let me know what you think.
What's the highest number of chunks of cheese that anyone will be persuaded to eat? 4, 7, or 11? The hunt is on for a real cheddar gorger. Who'll eat the most? Maybe this guy?
Tangy.
Yeah, nice though.
Shall I try a bit more?
We've drawn him into a dairy double.
Yeah, I quite like it.
And it doesn't bite your mouth.
He pops in a third, but stops there. But look, here's a new cheddar aficionado sidling up for a sample.
It's an aphrodisiac, that is. Could you stand out of the way there, please? You're looking more attractive already.
How very extra mature. So far, the chunks chalked up on the cheddar gauge have maxed out at 4.
Oh, I like that.
You like it? You want to try another bit?
Yeah.
But stand by, there's a big cheese in town, and he's not about to curd his enthusiasm.
10 months, 12 months?
So what are you going to... 24.
24?
Yeah, long time.
It's a long time.
Sure is, yeah.
I eat lots and lots of cheese.
Gordon Rennet, you certainly do, sir.
My breakfast.
Help yourself, have a bit more.
Yes, I will.
Cheesy does it. Are you a man or a mouse?
No worries.
Good.
Yeah, it's nice to meet a cheese fan.
I'm going to have one more.
Go for it, why not?
And,
take care.
That will last me for a while.
Last for a while? Are you absolutely sure? It'd be cheesy peasy just to have one last hit of the hard stuff.
For the road.
Cheese, this chap's our cheddar champion, hitting gold on our gauge with a grand total of 11 chunks. But take care, cheese chompers. At around 25 calories per tiny bite, this tasty temptation is best avoided if you need to cheddar pound or two.
Cheers, man. Cheers, buddy.
That is amazing.
Just over 5 weeks ago, Emma and her brother Matthew asked us to help them work out why they were putting on weight.
I have been on a diet for 30 years.
So we put them under surveillance.
He's inside the gym now, which is a perfect time for me to fit a tracker to his car.
And then revealed the truth.
Surprise!
Of what we saw them really eat and drink. How are these siblings from Surrey getting on now? Matthew's completely changed his attitude to food.
I used to be a no-compromise eater, I think. You know, if I wanted something, I'd have it. Now it is more of a balanced diet.
And Emma's swapped her unhealthy feast or famine eating pattern for proper family meals.
I can sit down with my family, I can eat the same as them, and I don't pick anymore because there's no point, because I know I'm going to sit down with everybody and eat it.
It's really nice to have dinner together.
It's like I've had an enormous weight lifted from my shoulders.
The final weigh-in is still to come, but remember, it's not just Emma and Matthew's secret eating we've been spying on. We've had cameras trained on the British public at places we're all likely to exceed the feed limit. It's time to access all areas in Glutton Nation. Today, we're at a birthday party. A birthday party where the food is really for those under the age of 7. It's the middle of the afternoon, not a mealtime, if you're a grown-up. But it's always hard to resist a buffet, so shall we see if this range of mini treats for mini-me's brings on an attack of the mini-munches in these mums and dads. As soon as the kids are catered for, one lone dad breaks rank and goes in for the kill. What's the time, Mr. Wolf? Time for a post-lunch picnic, it seems. Soon, everyone's playing follow the leader, with parents piling up their plates with party favourites in petite proportions. No need for a jumbo juice for our thirsty friend. A kiddie carton suits you, sir. This yummy mum is so mad for a mini sausage, she loses her grip entirely. While over here, a foraging father is having a game of hide and sneak during his sortie for the satay. By the end of the party, nearly all the adults have given their inner child some nourishment. You can't blame them, but naughty seats for the lot of you. Back in Camberley, it's the moment of truth for Emma and Matthew. Since realising they were secret eaters, they've been following a healthy eating plan. If they've stuck to it, they should each have lost between 5 and 10 pounds.
Right, ready? Steady, go.
First to reveal his new weight, it's Matthew, who 5 weeks ago weighed 18 stone 8.
And one's still going. 17.7, oh, yeah.
Brilliant.
I think my physique has changed. Certainly the trousers that were snug are now kind of loose, and there's a couple of notches on the belt.
Well, I'm down a stone.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah, thank you, Debbie. In 5.5 weeks, I have lost a stone in eating more food than I have ever eaten in a day in my entire life. And it's easy, and I feel like I've cheated.
I'm probably more of an intelligent eater now, instead of just being an eater.
I am so much happier. It's fab, honestly. It absolutely has changed my life. I'm going to do better than you next week.
No, I'm off it. I'm on the beer now.
No,
yes.
Don't you dare!
Next time, we're helping solve the weight gain mystery of two sisters in Sidcup.
I'm eating very healthy and I'm not shifting any weight. It's a mystery.
All the time I cook fresh food because I don't like processed food, so I don't understand why it's not working for me.
Will what we uncover in our surveillance hold the answers?
There she is.
Tonight at 10, would you hire an escort for your son? One mother faces a difficult choice: life with a disability and sex on wheels. Now, not even the snow can stop the Repo Man. That's next tonight, here on 4.